That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, broadcasting live from the heart of Europe. This is World Badass YouTube broadcasting out of the land. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tommy C. This is Shop from the Point. And why didn't I adjust my fucking microphone?
It wouldn't be the first thing you broke this week. That's okay.
3 minutes early, guys. We are 3 minutes early.
Yeah.
I'll probably start bitching about that. I'm in an ornery mood. I don't feel good.
You got a new monitor, though.
Do have a new monitor. It's nice. I even unsubbed because you're early. Yeah, probably. And then, God, like 3 minutes. 3 minutes early. Big deal. And, oh, what the hell? This show's gonna suck.
Well, we got
something better to do.
We got these extra 3 minutes to turn it around. So,
yes. No, I'm not feeling all that great. So
you hungover from yesterday?
A little bit. A bit. A little more than a bit. How's the VR? I haven't tried it since, and I rearranged everything so I don't trip over the wires. The Yankees win.
The Yankees win.
Baseball. So I'm seeing the rise of the YouTube fucking tabloid reporter, which is gonna come to a head probably this summer. If things go the way they normally do, this is gonna come to a head this summer. And I just want to go over some of the crazy things they're saying, and put a warning out to all who decide to speak privately to Kat Tenbarge. If I ever hear out of your fucking mouth, but that's not what I said, and she twisted it, and that's not what I meant, I only wish your dog to be run over by a fucking steamroller, because that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to sit there and you're going to tell them something, and they're going to twist it to their own fucking view, and you're going to act surprised. You know, all you want to take a good hard look at fucking Edwin, who's a good guy and meant the best, and Nesion, I don't agree with some of the way he handles things. I don't really agree with the way he looks at things. But I knew the guy for some time, and he seems like a decent person. And he was run over by lies when everybody told him to. So I'm just going to call it out how I see it. Black Wolf Company, you got your warning. You want to go back in the fucking doghouse, suck up to these rich brats that are going to use you. And I noticed that all these, the new ones are all these new ones are women, which is a much smarter move than putting Steven Ashrash out there, who's about as charismatic as a fucking mouse pad. And yeah, so why don't you go put reasonably attractive women, and all these guys, they're real reporters. They're real reporters. They don't do shit. They probably don't work any harder than you. They just have traditional legacy media on their side to absorb a lawsuit when they liberally and purposely lie. Unlike YouTube, where you can be held accountable for it and it can be measured on Social Blade. So you got your warning. Mr. C is usually right about the way this shit goes down. And some of you, as clear as I'm saying this, are rationalizing why you should and don't think anything is going to happen to you. But you're going to be the fucking YouTuber that was directly involved in people losing fucking money because you had an ego or you had some kind of, I don't know, fetish for these fucking people. I mean that hyperbolically, not literally. and what they do. They don't do much of fucking anything. They don't even do research. They even fucking one of them, like Kate did, like there's too much emphasis on research. Holy fuck!
Isn't that supposed to be like the backbone of?
Yeah, well, if there's too much emphasis on, if research really doesn't matter that all much, it means you don't have to get anything right. That's the reason they say shit like that. Hey, I got everything wrong. I don't vet my fucking sources. I add a bunch of fucking R that are supposedly anonymous. Of course I did vet them. I don't have to because there's just way too much emphasis on. There's way too much emphasis on research. I forget where I saw that one. Might have been Kat Tenbarge. Another one who wants to adjudicate lawsuits or adjudicate rape allegations by the mob. And that by I mean the Twitter mob, the Facebook mob, the YouTube mob. That's that. Well, the police can't really deal with absolutely anything. So yeah, we'll off with their head. We'll just get together and rabble it up. And Kate Tenenbaum will be the bearer or decider of what true is when she doesn't do research, doesn't think it's all that fucking important. And when she gets caught, it's just because I'm a woman in a man's space. You're a liar with a corporation backing your lies. Probably been said in. So I am putting out the warning to anybody who deals with them. My rule is this. Although, I think really Augie. It's nice. I feel like Tony Soprano of the commentary community. I got Augie installed at the top, like Junior. Like I'm really the fucking captain. I'm really the mob boss, but everybody else gets all the heat with their RICO charges.
Yeah, you're hiding behind everybody else.
Tipster, Bowbacks, everybody's bigger than me. So, yeah. Good luck with that, motherfuckers. But if for some reason anybody does want to talk to me, I'm going to put the rule out right now. You can call me live on the show. Any reporter can call me live. Nothing behind the scenes.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Certainly, I will not talk to any of these people privately. Certainly a woman, not because she's a woman, but other than she can say, he made me feel, he said something sexual. It's not going to happen to me.
That's been a rule.
Not going to happen to me.
That's been a rule the entire 7 years I've been a part of this.
Yes, no talking to women alone. Except the ones that
So this isn't something fucking new before someone twists that shit.
That's right, Ollie. Nerd City was right. I am the puppet master. I purposely ignored the fucking Hanson story so Augie could get bigger than me so he could be the lightning rod for all that's a manipulation move. That is 5D chess, sir. It's 5D chess. That was my plan all along, and I'm going to extend it that much longer.
That's 180. That's 189 IQ shit there.
Jesus Christ. And another thing. Well, what's good about me is like, you can get some of these stupid commentary community jerk-offs because they've never touched a boob before to fall for this shit. But you can't get me. I'm old. I'm fat. I've had 2 kids already, and I'm not that motivated by sex as I once was. Been there, done that. It's going to be tough to penetrate. Good viel Glück, mein Freund, as we say in der Vaterland. All right, let's say that anymore over here. But I did fucking anyway. Let's go over some of these. Let's go over some of these.
Let's see what aids we got here.
Let's check this out. Let's get you up there first of all. Why don't I have you up there? Because I should have done it earlier, and I'm irresponsible. Who's this one? What a horrible name. Lindsay
Dodgson.
Lindsay Dogecoin. Got it. Cool.
Yeah, Lindsay Dogecoin.
Lindsay Dogecoin, yeah.
All right.
She's a British journalist from Inside.
Oh, even better.
She have nice teeth?
I can't confirm.
You can't confirm?
No,
all right. Well, does she smile?
No, I'm not British. My teeth are fucked up. So.
All right. I'm tired. You read. I decided.
Gotcha. Yeah. The internet has truly rotted people's brains. Everyone here wants access to receipts they're not entitled to see. Sources come forward to journalists, provide them with evidence, and then we fact check, corroborate, and report it. That's literally how it has always
Trust me,
worked.
bro. Trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. Dude, I work for Insider. I work for New York Times. It's
official sources.
All right. You fact check. What did you fact check? That's what we do. That's all kept secret. Oh my God! Sources come forward to Joe DePrize with evidence. Here's the thing. Nobody buys it because you could make it up. Well, what do you mean? My editor would clip me on that? Not necessarily. You guys don't get fired when you lie anymore. When I was a kid, you got nailed, you got canned, right? And if your editor was complicit, he or she went too. That doesn't happen anymore. I mean, the fact that what's her name? Was it Tenbarge that wrote the story? Oh, that was Taylor Lorenz, right? That wrote the story on Mr. Beast, right?
Yeah,
the fact that she admitted information deliberately, willfully, and very much agenda based, was not talked about at all. Only 7 of the sources were anonymous. I'm sorry, it doesn't work in YouTube, and thankfully it doesn't. Receipts you're not entitled to see. Well, I thought we were entitled to the truth. It literally is. Trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. Look who I am. Here we go. Go ahead.
That's journalist integrity and the basis of all trustworthy and established newsrooms. You, as a reader, are not entitled to all the information behind a story just because you want to see it. Some of it is protected under anonymity. Yeah, that word. Some of it is legally sensitive.
Oh, well, it's like anything. Like, some of this statement is true. You're not entitled to absolutely anything. You're not entitled to every one of their sources. But here's the thing: trustworthy and established newsrooms. This is the appeal to authority. It's some kind of weird appeal to authority fallacy that they're doing. When something doesn't make sense, and they're like, you're going to have to come forward with more information, because you can't just sit there and rely on anonymous sources and things of that nature. And it's like, but I'm from a trustworthy newsroom. That doesn't cut it. Now, if everything sort of makes sense and it jives and what have you, and maybe there's something circumstantial to back it up, yeah. But we're talking about when you have nothing. And here's the thing about trustworthy newsrooms. There are none. I watched 4 fucking years of a bullshit witch hunt over a president that supposedly sold this fucking country out to the Russians, and not only couldn't they nail him or anybody he worked for, they couldn't find a single American that was involved in the Russian election rigging or electioneering or election influencing. Not one single American was involved. Not one. In the biggest conspiracy in the American history since fucking Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. The biggest one ever. Not one person went to jail over it, nothing. And for 4 fucking years straight, New York Times, NBC, MSNBC, CNN, there are no trustworthy newsrooms. You couldn't tie one fucking guy, to Trump fixing the election somehow, which we never even heard. We just the entire time we're about getting Trump. We never found out how the Russians fixed the election.
Yeah.
Or
and every time he fucking said something, that's where these official sources
that's Russian talking points. Yeah. So here's the thing: you've lost all your credibility. There is no trustworthy newsroom. You can't sit there and say, "But New York Times," when I can't fucking prove a goddamn thing I'm saying. Doesn't work. Go ahead, Matt.
If you don't trust journalism, that's your prerogative. But read like one article about how it works before you start demanding things you have no right to. And you're more than welcome to do the legwork yourself without the legal help of a newsroom and get sued, LOL.
Well, yeah, it's a funny thing. I'm glad somebody said, like YouTubers or journalists on YouTube are held to a much different standard. You got to show it or it didn't happen. And then these people don't like it because they're coming to that. Those are the fucking rules, because it's too easy for me to just come on here and say sources. When I do sources, I present them as rumors. They're not allowed to do that because they're reporters, which they're not. And there's no such thing as journalism, but that's another podcast for another time. Right? So basically, she doesn't like that her integrity is being called out. She doesn't like that. She doesn't like that she's being questioned. She just wants a newsroom. And like, all right, the only reason you're doing it, like, it's a little difficult to get fucking sued. You can look at this two ways if you do it right. Second of all, if you have a newsroom that's backing you legally, it also gives you permission to lie. Well, I'm not going to get canned because I got the same agenda as my editor, and the company's going to back me no matter what I say, no matter what I fuck up, no matter who I screw. So yeah, this is justification. This is justification for news reporters to not be held by YouTube standards or YouTube commentary standards, which I got to be honest with you is fucked up as we are, and it's bad. I got to be honest, I trust fucking Tro and, these guys, because I know they're fucking accountable. They're accountable the same way I am. And these people are not accountable because they got a they can yell New York Times, and they say, my lawyer will protect me from fucking lying like a pig. And, if I come out and say, I got the evidence, but I can't show it because such and such, people go, fuck you. And guess what? That's the way it works. It's probably the way it should work. And it probably should be applied to you guys because you've been so terribly dishonest the last fucking 4 years. Go ahead.
Seriously, if you think you can do a better job on your blog or YouTube channel, be my guest.
In a lot of cases, they do. Tim Pool's got an entire Tim Pool's got a practically a news network for himself. Based around his entire personality and his integrity. Him, held accountable by himself. He doesn't, I'm sure he's got lawyers and stuff now, but he didn't always. And they've done to him bad. Enjoy the lawsuit. Yeah, well, Tim could get sued. So here's another thing. What are these reporters always going on about how brave they fucking are? Oh, I'm so brave. What, are you afraid of a lawsuit? Yeah, that's some real balls. Going in there and risking fucking everything for something you believe in. Rather than, hiding behind some corporation that's going to pay your legal bills.
Remember when Brian Williams' chopper was getting shot at?
Yeah, Brian Williams. That's another one.
And that didn't happen?
Fucking Walter Cronkite fucking probably extended the Vietnam War with his bullshit fucking antics. God. Enjoy the lawsuit. Well, yeah. And you know what? This is why YouTubers are more trusted, and this is why they've sent fucking Kate Tenbarge and Ted Lorenz in here to bust it up.
That's a lot of money.
They can't stand the fact that we have more trust. Reminder, Anna Conspiracy, the young Kurtz, is a journalism professor at the public university. Seriously, it's on the UCLA website. Today's journalists, journalists are liberal activists. Well, they always were. It's nothing new. If you're a young man around 30 or 20, it's always been that way. It's nothing new.
That's an expensive piece of toilet paper.
Yes, that's all it is. Watch the way these people work. They're not even held to shitty YouTube standards. They couldn't handle them. This is somebody that's bitching about them. They can't even be held to because it's like, receipts, fuck off. Write what you want. No one's going to believe you anyway. But then it's your lucky day. Well, I think YouTube wheel's going to fucking keep on turning. And you fucking rich witches stealing money from your parents to become activists under the guise of journalism. You can kind of do that and gain no respect and whine that you have no power and no fucking respect and cry because you're a woman. Because you're all a bunch of fucking cowards and you're a bunch of jerk-offs. That's what Kat had to say. So Kat was schmoozing with Keemstar?
Yeah, she was... Well, she started out saying that she's having a hard time with the whole, someone blocked her or something that was mutual, and it's someone that she supposedly helped out as part of the commentary community. She didn't name the person, and then Keemstar responded.
Well, if that's true, and I wonder if that's true, right? If that's true, that person probably knows where this is going, and they probably gave Kat something, and they don't want what's going to happen is when these guys get a Mr. Beast fucking deplatformed, which is what all they're trying to do, or get a PewDiePie platformed, they're good. Anybody that's had any fucking thing to do with this person in the past, any DM is going to be poisoned at the Social Blades. And if that's true, that's probably
That's
what
a
that
lot of money, I
person
guess,
did. It's
for
going to be a
a
little
person
difficult to
plural.
come up with interactions. I studied journalism part of my uni course. Honestly, you, Augie, and Tips are far closer to what I call the trusted news sources than these idiots. And that's just the best part. We're a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't think Tipster thinks he's a serious journalist. He literally does it as a hobby better than these people do. It's literally a hobby. Nobody that I know, and I wouldn't even associate with them, nobody that I know thinks they're fucking important because they report drama news. What's more pathetic than what we do? Having gone to a fucking Ivy League university, stole that money from your parents, and to have to fucking cover and deplatform us eventually. That's much more pathetic. Can't do anything themselves. They always take the fucking safe route. And the safe route, stealing money from your parents and pretending you're important. What did she say? We can get along with a healthy amount of disdain and disagreement. Boy, I wouldn't talk to her. You know, she's an activist. I mean, she even has the union. Like, they want to unionize reporters. That's hysterical to me.
Her and LeBron should go bowling.
Yeah, I know. For each other, we don't see eye to eye in a lot. She's trying to nail you on did she, like, Rakeem, she is one fucking step away from nailing you on fucking saying something insensitive about a rape situation or women. You know, look what Zombie Unicorn, we're going to cover this later, did to this guy. She, like, waited years to cancel this guy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's obvious she's playing both sides of the situation right now.
Well, then somebody told her. Now she's got to. She probably lost all her fucking sources. I wonder if nobody really unfollowed her, that she just made that up. You know, like nobody really blocked her, unfollowed her, that she had an interaction with. I wonder if that's more of a symbol for nobody will talk to me now.
Yeah, but there is one particular tweet where she does admit that. What did she admit? She admitted that that is bad optics for to go after someone's sponsors.
Oh, good for her. Good for her.
But she's
Until
not
she
after
does it
sponsors,
next
though.
week. I mean, nothing she says. I mean, I literally would take Charles Manson more seriously on fucking relationships. I mean, like, there's nothing she says that could move me one way or another. It's definitely possible to work together, but I am a YouTuber. That's part of my identity. I always try to do what's best for the interest for the YouTube community, which is mostly true. And Kat, I know you support. And Kat, you know I support good journalism. I'm sure. Yeah, well, he supports it. Doesn't always practice it, but he definitely supports it. I just don't support the activism stuff. Well, I couldn't agree more with Keem there. And these people are all activists, and they're going to pretend they're not. No, I'm not an activist. I've got no stake. Look at this Mr. Beast article. It's right down the middle. In fact, it's so down the middle it's boring. Give me a fucking break. I didn't have a big audience before the Jeffrey vlog squad investigations, but I've always been rooting for, I like this. I think she could have stole this from me. She's rooting for what I think is the working class of YouTube. Who has said that before?
The blue collar YouTube channels.
Blue collar.
Well, we refer to ourselves that way. She probably stole it up. So yeah, so she's looking for people like 200K and below that have influence. Like, we're the working class. I'm gonna be right. Yeah, because what, you come from a working class background, Kat? Where's she from? Greenwich, Connecticut.
No, that's Taylor. That's Taylor. Taylor Lorenz is from Old.
I like the working class. Yeah, I like to peer out my fucking my window and look down at the working class. Oh, that guy's paving my driveway. You know? YouTube doesn't have to be journalism versus YouTube. We can help each other, and we can't. You know, you got to remember, journalists started the apocalypse. Journalists started the apocalypse. Journalists really took the fucking bait from that jackass, I guess that was Apocalypse 2, right?
Yeah.
What was that kid? What was that guy's name? He find the so-called kiddie porn fucking...
Yeah, Matt something, right?
Matt. That's what it is. Journalists picked that up. He pushed that to journalists. That was a goal. He won. Journalists.
Matt Watson.
That's it. Matt Watson. Douchebag. Let's see.
Hey guys, Matt
Last
Watson
thing I'll
here.
say on this. I generally hold very little will against people in the YouTube community.
Could have fooled me.
I don't know if it's ill will. I think you have a mission. I don't think you get up and like, I hate these motherfuckers. But I think you have you have a much bigger plan. Like, and that's just a weird thing to say. I generally hold very ill will against people in the YouTube community. I generally hold. Yeah, this is a honeypot. This is what this is. There are a few people who did me dirty. Sure, who? I'd be interested in that story. She probably made that up too. But they're few and far between. Who fucked you over?
We want to know.
Yeah, I'd like to know. Probably made it up.
Let's get some receipts.
Xander Hall. Xander Hall read an article with Phil DeFranco and made up his whole background story. I feel like a broken record saying, I do this job because I love you. Oh, go fuck yourself. I love YouTubers, but it's true. What a phony. Oh, you psychopath.
Oh, I hate all of you.
I love YouTube. Why? They're assholes. They're backstabbers.
They're a bunch of cunts.
They're a bunch of jackasses. I mean, like, what's the like? There's an article I'd like to see. Kat Tenbarge, what's to like about YouTubers? Like, nothing. Nothing. The most shallow, empty, uninteresting people outside of what they produce content-wise. Let's take a look at fucking Elvis the Alien. He's got a nice clothing line, made some interesting videos over the years.
Here we go.
He is shallow and is empty.
Tom is going to go on a 10-minute rant.
He's as shallow as this cup. There is nothing there. There is nothing going on. Just a big empty hoodie. You know, that's a big empty alien hoodie. That's Elvis the Alien. Look at somebody like I'm Alex. I mean, the guy's a psychopath. He's clearly a clout-sucking psychopath. What's to like about him? And those are the guys I know. I can only imagine what goes up with Gabby Hanna and Logan Paul and Rice Gum. I mean, they have to be the biggest bastards on the planet. What's to fucking like? And you know that. And you want to make everybody. You're an agent for the normies, you little interloper. Holds no will. She just wants to scrape her feet on your back and tell you she's better than you are at being a journalist. The fuck out of here. We're going to be taking a lot of fucking calls today. I think we're going to have plenty of time to take calls today. I'm not feeling well. If we're not getting calls, I'm fucking out of here because I'm starting to think I'm getting a fever. The community will never trust those who attack YouTubers, sponsors, and brands. We have been through a multiple adpocalypse. This cat donated $2.96. Well, excuse me. My face in your thumbnail is a microaggression. The patriarchy must be deleted. The future intersexual female Ethan Klein is a prop. Tennis photosis. That's too fun. You will never trust those who attack YouTuber sponsors brands. We've been multiple of adpocalypse based on bad journalism. We know where this is going. You're an insider. You at all the insider formed a union.
That's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
To look out for each other. YouTube community does the same without a union. That's true. $10. Thanks so much, New Age Cuck. That's funny. Keem, in all fairness, you yourself has gone after sponsors and brands in the past. I watched the adpocalypse go down the perspective of a YouTube fan. Oh, Jesus. And would never want to repeat those mistakes. But I understand the general disdain for targeting sponsors. Do you believe any of this? It's bad optics. Until she does it. This is such fucking horseshit. This is horseshit. She must have fucking lost her in. What's this? I haven't seen anyone talking about this phenomenon with teenagers on TikTok. It's surprising to reveal easy to go viral, develop a mid-sized following in TikTok with few access barriers compared to, say, IG or YouTube. But parents don't usually know their kids are TikTok famous. I've always wondered that, actually. Can you have your TikTok and make your account private? Yeah, I've always wondered if some people that I've even dealt with before know their kids are famous. I wonder if Turkey Tom's parents know he's like quasi-famous. I cropped a person's tail. Okay, I know some particular looking into... all right, I cropped out a person's face / meme because I don't want to expose anyone to their parents. Well, why wouldn't you? All right. But it does raise a lot of questions. But now these kids are in a position where brands, adults may be paying attention to them, and that can be dangerous. If they're kids, they really don't have the fucking right to anonymity. But I don't know about that. Maybe not. I have to think that one over. I noticed in particular while looking into James Charles's accusers, great fucking job he did there. A bunch of them have followings in the hundreds of thousands on TikTok, but those who I've been able to reach don't necessarily want to tell their parents they have a following. Have followings. B, got preyed on by JC. Or C, when their fucking parents hear their story. Here's the thing about the James Charles thing, and here's what makes a hell of a lot fucking more sense about that. All right. The reason they don't want their parents to fucking know, because the first thing out of their mouth after a major accusation about James Charles is, how did you get in touch with him? Well, I spammed him fucking 50 times till he opened the DMs. So you knew the guy was like gay and you knew he had this whole fucking history of being like creepy and weird? Yes. So why did you do it? In fact, let me see those DMs. Son, you're hitting on this guy. No wonder he came on to you. That's why they don't want him to know. That's why they don't want him to know. It's not that they don't want to know and they've been preyed on. It's because they're fucking kids. If I found out my kid was doing this, I'd hit their fucking roof. And I honestly think you're a bad parent if you don't know your kid's fucking TikTok famous or something. At least eventually.
Yeah, you think,
there's a time limit.
Figure that out.
There's a time limit, but yeah. I mean, if you don't know your kid's social media accounts and you're an adult, man, yeah, you're not. There's something wrong.
You're definitely swinging a miss in there.
I mean, we're not allowing Laura to get one until she's fucking 18, unless my ex-wife cracks on that one. It raises concerns for me and a lot of adults that can prey on these kids. Yeah, I don't know. In James Charles' situation, it looks like it's the other way around. They're fucking catfishing. That's preying on him. Whatever. Let's keep going. One of the reasons you don't talk to Kate Tenbarge because she has the same ideology as fucking zombie unicorn. She's just not as out with it. She has to suck a little ass before platforming somebody. But I don't know if you guys know this, but the voice of Ghost from Call of Duty is a guy named this Englishman by the name of Jeff Leach. And Jeff and Zombie have been at each other's fucking throats forever. Okay, one of three. Jeff Leach, misogynist, ? Facebook gaming partner, Call of Duty Ghost Activision. Seriously, a personalized, intrusive sexism, influence, contempt, violence? Serial offender, at Zombie Unicorn. Watch the clip. Respect women. What's this?
No wonder why Zombie Unicorn didn't want to come on.
She didn't want to come on, yeah. She'd have to actually be amusing.
Yeah, that is the reason.
She couldn't just rely on
here we go.
Horrendous cleavage. I said it.
On Twitch.
I meant it.
Jeff, be a nice guy right now.
You came here because you're a fucking simp with a saggy vagina. That's why you came over here. By the way, you can go back and tell that fuckboy that he wouldn't say any of that shit to my face.
Who's he talking? Was he talking to Zombie Unicorn? Tell that fuckboy?
I think so.
He called Zombie Unicorn a fuckboy? I don't think he's talking to Zombie Unicorn. You can tell
I'm sorry. All I'm picturing right now is just the Ghost character. Fucking words.
Take your saggy vagine. Like that. Jeff likes this.
Giant.
Keep it going.
Which is what I would do to you if you weren't so fucking ugly.
Wow.
Do me a favour, darling. See yourself out and don't let the door hit your fat ass on the way out. I love how it's always like some dirty, gross, fucking looking emo bitch who looks like she fucking has no chance of getting a bit of dick in her. See you later, Leah. Suck my fat girthy cock, you stupid. You're out of here. That shit's not coming into my community.
37-year-old Judge Lead abusing young females. So how do I know any of them are females?
Slow mode.
And even if it does, who cares?
I thought it was on slow mode.
Yeah. In 2001, misogynism. Like I always love what they said. In 2001, misogynism has no yet female creators regularly experience sexual abuse. Like, what do you mean it has no place? What? Like, I mean, like, so it had its place in fucking 1992. Like, what? The people, I always like that. Like, they always put these numbers. Daddy, it's 1988. We don't do that anymore. Like, there's no explanation why we don't do that. It's just the fucking year.
Yeah, just a number,
It's just like we're above this now. Let's listen to these.
So after that video, serious and unforgivable sexism. It follows that Jeff Leach does not respect women.
Fucking go bake me a cake.
As equals. So as girl gamers, what do we do as a collective?
I don't know. Fucking iron my shirt.
Be a fucking adult.
Certain males view women.
We speak out. I mean, if you're silent, ultimately, if silence ultimately is part of the problem, right? If you see something or you're aware of something and you choose to let it slide because maybe it doesn't bother you, right? I'm very hard to offend. So let's say maybe that
something tells me that's probably nah. I think you. First of all, you already look like a Karen, and you're what, not even 30 years old. And this looks like the no fun police. In fact, there's a picture. Let's see. How do you spell prohibition?
Prohibition.
Prohibition. Women's suffrage. Let's see. What was it there? What is it? What do they say? They had this. Okay, here. This is the greatest fucking one ever. I can't even get a good picture of it. Lips that touch liquor shall not touch ours. And all these broads are fatter than the fucking day's long and about as unattractive as it gets. Let me see if I can get this over here. Look at these broads. Lips that touch liquor shall not shut ours. That's about 1918. Let's go to 2021. Here you go. Right here. We speak out. No liquor in our house. Ooh!
Didn't offend me. If I chose to not say something, I'm then part of the problem.
You know. And
wait a minute. All right. It doesn't offend you, but you have to say something.
It doesn't
because you're compelled by by your religious beliefs. You're compelled by what? You're part of the. You have to speak out. You can't just look at that and say that guy's an asshole. You know?
Nah. And for him to take it as a comedic joke about our female, like how our physique is, it's just appalling because there's so many stereotypes
about fat people.
I've gotten made fun of my chin since I was 13 fucking years old.
No, you're a man. You can take it. See, they're not. See, nobody yells at girls. Nobody. It's true. Like I don't think I even did it with my daughter. Suck it up. Stop fucking crying just because the boy called you ugly. He was like, hey.
I also don't have the mental durability of a styrofoam cup.
They tell you sticks and stones, or then if you really get whiny, it's call you a pussy. What do you want to be, a girl? No. Don't stop crying about it. Go kick that kid's ass. Okay.
With females as it is, and then for us to be the minority in a gaming community, it just adds to everything that is being said.
Does that mean by affiliation that Facebook is okay with what's being said? I don't know.
Oh, they're going right after the sponsors. I wouldn't even dare tell these women to not speak out. If they wanted to say, like, hey, Ghost, maybe you should be talking to women that way. I think that's where it goes. But no, they go the next step. We're gonna put this guy out of work. All right? Because they have some kind of fucking moral obligation to. And that's exactly what this, reject from Boogie Nights over there in the upper left-hand corner fucking essentially said. So anyway.
These are the type of people who thought it was cool to suck up to the teacher.
So anyway.
Look at me, I follow the rules.
Apparently this happened years ago. Oh, fuck. This particular incident.
No wonder why
ago.
Zombie Unicorn didn't want to come on.
She didn't want to come on, yeah.
So he made a nasty crack about what she had to say, and she's been apparently waiting years to get him canceled, and she won one.
So I've been a little hesitant to
no, you haven't.
address this situation.
No, you haven't.
You're an absolute whore for attention, and you've always been.
Big donation coming in.
You've always been a whore for attention. You cannot stay out of anything. You are absolutely rage-filled to cancel anybody that might talk about you in a bad light. Who are you kidding? You're absolutely a walking ball of cancel culture. Ooh, $100, sweet mother. I always keep my promise. Stay amazing. No, sweet mother of stop. You're amazing. Thanks so much. Wow, very nice.
So I've been a little hesitant to address this situation because this kind of stuff really affects me and my mental health.
What do you mean? It's the best thing that ever happened to you. The only reason we know about Zombie Unicorn in the modern age is how she's been victimized. She's a professional victim. She's always been.
I'm not a perfect person. In the past, I've reacted poorly to witnessing or experiencing.
So I'm going to do the exact same fucking thing.
And hate and just malicious people like this. It's frustrating.
Did you try to get a bunch of fucking girls fired? That got a fucking gig.
Was that the Bang Energy?
And didn't you lie about the way they were dressed and the way they were behaving and call them booth babes? Didn't you fucking go through your roommate's shit? Found out that he put a camera, probably because he didn't trust your ass. And then you made a big thing. Oh my God, my roommate's a peeping Tom. He wants to look at me and stuff like that. When really you were just going through his shit. And he had every fucking reason to put a camera on his stuff. Wasn't that you? Weren't you the person that fucking tried to use so-called the way women gamers are treated online in a chance to scam people for headphones? Weren't you a part of that? Zombie Unicorn. This affects you in the most positive way possible, like it would affect any sociopath. You love the attention, you love the power, and you can never, ever, ever get enough of it. This is a person that's been in your sights. You are a vengeful, spiteful woman, and you won one. Finally won one. Because you're like 0 for 5 in the last, and you were like 0 for 5 going into this.
It's exhausting to just witness, let alone experience.
First.
And in the past, I've reacted poorly, and
no longer slow mode. Oh, that's slow mode. Okay, slow mode.
What other slow mode did you think I
don't know. I don't know. I'm not feeling that great. Hold on, I'll put slow mode on. Fucking shit. I'm fucking tired.
Is there another slow mode that I'm not aware of? Like
I don't fucking know. Slow mode. Really? It's on.
Well, put it on like
more slower slow mode.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Bang. There you go. 5 seconds. Jesus Christ. We only have 400 people in here. It's quite strange. All right. Whatever. Let's go. Yeah. We have to speak out. We have to destroy people that say dirty things about women. How much you want to bet? I mean, she even look at this. We continue to overlook pressures and malicious behavior by cis white men like Jeff Leach. You know, would she ever have the balls to say, from rappers, these black men that talk about women poorly in their music? I bet she would have the balls to say that. Give me a fucking break. An absolute break. Who are you kidding?
See, the real issue with that is now they're going to have to take his fucking voice out of Warzone, and that's going to be another 75 gig update.
Yeah, right. They have to remove his voice. You know what they should do? They should hire her. She's like a they, him, right?
Yeah.
Put her in there. She'll identify as Ghost. I will say this as far as Jeff is concerned, okay? This guy right here. There is no decade that went by, not one that I've lived in, where you could talk this way and stay hooked on to a Fortune 500 company.
True.
So I do want to put that in there. So regardless, I mean, Zombie Unicorn's a bag. We all know she's a bag. But I think what happens is, if you look, I love the toxic, I call it toxic comedy, all right? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I grew up listening to the Stern Show. I find stuff like that entertaining. I find stuff that pisses fucking Zombie Unicorn off hysterical. And I love to see people like her in a constant state of upheaval and mocked. And mocked till the end of time, because these people they're fascists, they're Nazis, and but there is no time where you could carry on like this and then keep a job like he had. So there is a crossover to once you go into gaming at that level, and you're getting sponsorships from Activision. You gotta fucking be a lame-o. You sold out. Just accept it. You sold out. So I think Jeff Leach was riding for a long time, and they finally got one. I wonder, it'd be interesting, to see, we only hear about when Zombie Unicorn gets one of these things rolling. You know, how often does she try
That's
to
a lot of
cancel
money,
somebody?
I guess,
a week.
for a person
and
of
then
color.
we only hear from her about every 6 months to a year because this one took off, this one went viral. She's always been problematic. She dated my favorite YouTuber at the time named Sly Fox Hound. Yeah, well, fuck that guy for dating her. I mean, you have to be out of your mind to be in the same room as her. Like nuts. Like I literally would get up and move if she was sitting next to me because I don't want to deal with her. I don't want any, nah, I didn't sexually harass you. I fucking walked because I don't like you. You know, you gotta be nuts. So I don't feel sorry for anybody that messes with her. I remember she stuck her nose in the allegations against Syndicate. Remember that? Mm-hmm. The girl was gonna come out for the girl that supposedly was gonna accuse him. I guess wasn't fast enough for Zombie Unicorn, and she was like, you raped me too. And she loved the attention. Absolutely loved it. Don't believe this shit about her mental health. She was enjoying every bit of saying Tom was a rapist. Forever. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, that's the card now. Every minor inconvenience.
No one's gonna steal my rape thunder. No one's gonna get ahead of me. He raped me too. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What else we got? What's with this TikToker story of Matt Perry? And then we'll take calls right after this. And then
so that's a lot of money, I guess, for a person of color.
Matt Perry matched with a TikToker, and she's saying it's inappropriate because she's 19.
Now, here's something I learned. She swiped right?
Right.
Which
that means you're interested.
That means you're
and
interested.
There was nothing sexual in the DMs, by the way. He did not say anything
the DMs?
sexual.
So what's her thing? A young TikToker went viral for posting a private FaceTime call she had with Matthew Perry. It said she released the videos to expose older men in Hollywood taking advantage of younger women. How? Because he was talking to you on a dating app? So you don't have your own agency yet? Like, boy, when you turn 18 as a male, like, it's just like, no one gives a fuck.
It's like,
you turn 18 when you're a woman, you're still a baby.
Nobody cares. Go fuck yourself.
You're still a baby when you're a girl. You're a baby. Younger women, get the fuck out of here. You're an adult. You don't want to fuck them.
Oh my God! Did I hit that curve?
How much you want to bet? That guy looks like Matt Perry. Holy shit! This is Matt Perry. I wouldn't suck this old guy's dick. Let's fucking Me Too him. How about that? How about that? Yeah. Jesus Christ! Look at this. It's fucking Matt Perry. Remember, he used to look a lot better on Friends. A lot of people were saying that I'm a bully and mean for posting this. No, you're just kind of a cunt. Because I don't think Matthew Perry did anything wrong. If Matthew Perry wants to bang 19-year-old women, fucking fine.
That's his prerogative.
Yeah, that's his prerogative. You know, here's the thing. And you know what? It's your prerogative to fucking say, ew, old guy. But you didn't, did you?
Nope.
But at the same time, I feel like a lot of guys in Hollywood are talking to these young girls, and it's something I think people should be aware of. Wait a minute, you had one guy, you hit the dick lottery with Matthew fucking Perry, and you think this is happening all the fucking time? There's just no goddamn chance that he was just trying to talk to people?
Tommy, this is the first time this has ever happened.
Oh, this is so funny. Harrelson said she's only 19 when she matched with Perry. Now 51, old Matt Perry. The young generation X.
Horny Matt Perry.
Now an old far removed from his young good looks. Now 51 is on the Elite app last May. He said the Friends star asked to move their conversation from Raya to FaceTime almost immediately. Oh, good for him. I don't give a fuck. She's 19. The Los Angeles-based personal assistant, now 20, well, at least she put that in front, said she had matched with other celebs before, but doesn't, quote, ever talk to older guys, except when she swiped. So they both, on this app.
She matched with Matthew Perry.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and first of all, how do you know she's 19? Even Matthew,
she said.
Trust me, bro.
Right off the bat, she said to Matt Perry, he's taking.
I think. Well, it's a dating website, so I think they
look. If I'm a fucking Hollywood playboy,
you can still lie on that.
Look.
But I'm saying, like, okay. Yeah.
As long as if I'm a Hollywood playboy, I'm not exactly checking ID. That looks like a woman. Am I crazy?
Right. Yeah.
All right. So guess what? You're a woman. You're in the you're in the fucking dating game, and that has a lot to do with sex. Sex. Like I've learned nothing from this. All I know is fucking what I've always known is fucking fit middle-aged men want to bang young girls. It never goes away.
They want to be young again, man.
But it's not even that. You never like you're such an idiot, Matt. All you young guys are fucking idiots. I'll tell you why you're idiots. The type of girl you find attractive, it doesn't go away when you get old. Yeah. So maybe he likes fucking blonde bimbos that has starry eyes and look like they're staring off into space. You know, I mean, that's perfect.
Yeah, you know,
it doesn't go away just because you get old and ugly. Like it doesn't like oh wow, like it's like I was always into redheads. Like I still, if I see a young girl, I'm not gonna talk to her because I'm married, but you know, that's a whole different situation. But it's not like wow, good looking redhead, man, this day's gonna be nice. You know, that's the way I feel. It doesn't gonna change when I'm 70. You know, as long as I'm not doing shit inappropriately, as long as I'm not harassing the girl or anything, I can look. I can enjoy women are the spice of life. Except this one. I'd stay the fuck away from this one. Fucking her and Kat Tenbarge should go bowling. Let's see.
Look, all I'm saying is, if I'm 19 and Shoe on Head's mom enters my DMs, I'm going to holler.
Yeah, fucking... Matt's got an obsession with Shoe on Head's mom. She's like 60, dude.
Posted a picture, bro. I saw the picture and I liked it.
She's a very attractive woman. She looks great for 60. But, you know, I wouldn't you shoot for Shoe on Head? She's close to your age.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if, like, Shoe on Head's mom, like, you know, was in my DMs, I'd be like, okay, let's entertain this. You know, let's see what happens.
I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't think Shoe on Head would accuse you of something. I don't know. I wouldn't. But she definitely comes from a... I've been hearing this all day. Shoe on Head hit the DNA lottery. There's no doubt about it. And her mom was quite attractive, but I think you need to be looking at. You're a young man. Look at Shoe on Head. Unless are you into that granny stuff? Are you? No, I'm not. I'm not saying I'm saying hypothetically speaking, if Shoe on Head's mom, like with the situation, like turn the situation around. Well, hypothetically speaking, if we had the DeLorean and go back to 1985, we could get a really fine fucking looking Shoe on Head's mom. We could probably pick her up. And you know what? When you go back in the car, you get your leg back. Right? When we go back in time, you get your leg back, and we're all fucking good.
Yes, then we're A-okay. Then we're all gravy.
We're all gravy. Exactly. All right. I'm sick of talking about this shit, all this negativity. You know, we're here at Shot from the Point. We're all about positivity, and we positively love positive people, and it's all we have is positivity because. You know, I don't know. I sound like I'm the David Koresh cult. All right, we're gonna take a couple calls and call it a night. Circuitry, you're on the air.
Hey, hold up. Let me mute the stream. Hold up.
Go. Shoot. Okay. And then we're gonna take a couple calls and get out. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got you. I just sent you a link actually to the Tom Pro Syndicate and Zombie Unicorn thing.
Yeah. What about it?
So basically. This is when she made the accusation, and then the tweet after that I sent you was his response. After that tweet, she went pure fucking silent.
What? His response was weird, if I remember correctly.
No. Actually, read the tweet. Read his response because they did have sex. They had.
Yeah,
sex
I know they had sex, but I never bought it. Like, what's that got to do with anything, though?
The one thing that really like made me like kind of funny laugh at was that. She never responded to that. She went dead silent. She never admitted.
What did she not respond to? What did she not respond to?
She didn't respond to Tom's statement.
What was Tom's statement? Was piss fucking poor, if I remember correctly.
Well, no.
Follow me here.
I don't think it was piss poor.
Tom's statement. These guys accused him of rape, and he says, "Look, I don't want to." All right, maybe we'll put it. I remember Tom's statement being fucking bizarre, to be perfectly honest with you, and I'm a little more apt to stick up for these jackasses. This was just absolute, I thought he was just being a victim. I was shocked and sickened by the false allegations made against me on Sunday by two women I once called friends. I promised that I would respond. Now I want people to know the truth. Let me start by saying that I fully stand by and fully support women who are courageous enough to speak up. That's a bizarre motherfucking thing to say. To speak up. I didn't cover this because I got sick that week, I think. To speak up that they've been raped or sexually abused. The Me Too movement has empowered victims. What the fuck kind of thing is this to say when you're accused of rape and sexual assault? It's I'm not guilty and here's why. I found this statement bizarre, as bizarre then as I do now. The movement has empowered victims. That is such, he has a virtue signal when he's getting accused of rape. This is great. It's such an important, necessary, valuable thing. But this is something completely different. Why, Tom? If the fucking above paragraph is so perfect, why is it different for you? This is character assassination by social media without evidence to support it, but any justification. That's true. These two women have chosen to make horrendous allegations against me for the reasons I do not understand, and I'm attempting to stage a public trial without giving me a chance to defend myself. Also true. But let me start by saying that I fully support women who are courageous enough to speak out. Why can't I support them? They're being courageous. How do I know you're not telling the truth? See, that's the problem with fucking Me Too, stupid. I do not want to get personal. I simply want to stick to the facts. I had consensual sex with Natalie Casanova. Ew. In 2016. That's not even good-looking zombie unicorn. 2016. I did not pin her down. I did not use any force against her. I did not rape her. Well, he doesn't have a lot of evidence either, does he? We discussed it with both. We discussed it, and both agreed, as a precaution, she should take the morning after pill, which is what happened. This was a decision that we made together. It was not one-sided or forced. I was in a relationship with Caitlin Witcher in 2012. When we both were teenagers, I loved her very much. We had never had a full sexual relationship because she made it clear that she did not want. My eyes are going on me. Let me do this. That's my promise. We never had full sexual relationship because she made it clear that she did not. She was not what it was not what she wanted, and I respected that. The allegations made against me are completely false. I know she's been through some tough times in her life, but she always considered her to be a good person. He calls a rape accusation a good person. He said, no, if you're making it up, you're a bad person. There's no way around that. I mean, I thought she was a good person. I always considered her to be a good. That's a strange thing to say. But these claims,
I'm sure Slazzo thought the same thing about Shay.
What's that?
I'm sure Slazzo thought the same thing
didn't
about Shay.
No, he didn't. He was absolutely fucktified when I saw him. He looked like a Vietnam veteran when I was working with him trying to straighten that out.
I'm saying before.
No, he didn't. I worked with him. He's never been the same since that happened. I was personally involved with that. He has literally never been the same. It changed the course of his life and career. I guarantee you, if he has any empathy for her whatsoever, it's because she's somehow mentally fucking disabled. There is no empathy whatsoever. None. Zero. Zip. And if there is, it's because of mental illness. And that would be the only conceivable reason. And this is just bizarre. I have nothing but sympathy of her victims of sexual abuse. I share in their rage when I want abusers called out to be held accountable. But when you are falsely accused of being an abuser, you cannot just sit back and accept the incorrect allegations being made against you. You have to tell the truth and hope people will listen, which is what I'm doing now. I understand that asserting my innocence will be difficult for some. Who cares? This is the most bizarre statement I ever read. I literally got sick this week. I couldn't believe when Nick gave this to me. I got to be honest with you. After I read this, I wondered if he was guilty. Yeah. It sounds like somebody wanted it both fucking ways. This is a terrible example. In my opinion,
might have been afraid to push back because.
Well, why push? Then don't push back. This is like this is half-assed if that's the case. Me Too is a disaster. If anything, it created the environment for him to be accused falsely. These people are bastards, scumbags, Nazis, unless they're telling the truth. And that's something to think about. And I wouldn't have thought of, especially the zombie unicorn. But I don't know that other girl. And I don't know that she's lying either. I find this bizarre. And always have. Always thought this was just bizarre. Not accusing Tom of anything. I just think this is, to me, this turned my stomach when I read it. I understand that asserting my innocence would be difficult for some. Who fucking cares? I don't give a shit if you get your hurt first. You accuse me of fucking rape. Oh my God, I can't handle it. I accuse this guy falsely of rape, and he's coming right back at me. Fuck her, die. That's what I'd be thinking. And I apologize if this is going to trigger anybody who was a victim of sexual abuse. Why would? I don't get that. I don't believe that either. I think people that say that, if I hear somebody fight back from being accused, I just can't take it because I was raped. I don't buy that. I think it's just a bunch of fucking left-wing wackos trying to make people shut the fuck up. I wish both Natalie and Caitlyn no ill will. I do. I would. But I also... But I also hope to understand that it cannot allow false and deeply damaging stories to circulate without responding. Well, was she quiet after that? Maybe she got a fucking lawsuit in the mail. I don't know. But I have always found this statement utterly and completely bizarre. I'm almost half glad you fucking brought it up. Because if they're not fucking telling the truth, they deserve no sympathy unless they're sick.
Oh no, Zombie Unicorn gets no sympathy from me at all.
Well, yeah, he gets it from Tom. Why? Why is he okay with the Me Too movement, the same movement that got him fucking accused? How much would have bet he wouldn't have gotten accused if assuming he didn't do it? If we didn't have this Me Too culture running through the internet like it is.
I'd be honest, I would say he wants to hold on to what he has.
I don't know if this is the way to do it. He just as easily come out and say these people are fucking lying, and I'm taking them to court. And they keep talking this way, I'm going to fucking bury them in court.
Well, yeah, I mean, Angry Joe did that last year when he got
and it worked, didn't it? Just fucking fine.
Yeah.
And he's a lefty and he got away with it. So why do it this half-ass way? You ever ask yourself that?
I really don't know.
I'll tell you why, because I think there's fucking something to one of these allegations. That's what I think. And I've thought that for months. This is fucking bizarre. This is one of the most bizarre things I've ever read when it comes to these stupid allegations. I am not 100% sold on his innocence in this. And this particular statement, if we're all going to fucking talk about what we feel and what we feel, I have no fucking proof whatsoever, but this sends every hair on the back of my neck up. That's the way I feel. Thanks for the call, Circuitry. Every hair on my neck. Is he guilty? I fucking don't know. I just find that weird. All right, enough of this shit. I said I wasn't going to cover this horse shit anymore. I don't know why I took that call. Ducky, you're on the air. All right, now you're not.
Oh, wait. He was on mute.
Wait, okay. You don't have to mute when you're in there. You can mute automatically. It mutes you automatically. That's all right. What you got? Go ahead.
First of all, I just wanted to say hi. I've been going through a rough time, and your content has really helped me out.
Well, you must be going through a real hell of a time, lady. Jesus, I'm helping you out. What the hell's wrong with you?
We're nothing but positivity here.
Jesus Christ! Did your parents throw you out of the house or something? Did you lose your legs, your arms, your fingers?
No, none of that. Luckily, I have all legs.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a bad thing to say. I'm sorry.
We have between all 5 hosts, we only have 5 legs. You know that?
I do know that.
Yeah.
So I sort of wanted to ask, why do you think that this apology is? I mean, do you think that this apology is does it make sense?
We're talking about Tom Syndicates.
Yeah, Tom Syndicates.
It just sends. I can't imagine. Man, I love women. I really do, and I have that instinct that I think all guys that they want to protect them, and I cannot. When you break somebody's trust that you've been intimate with, and you twist that into some kind of fucking Me Too thing, I can't imagine. I cannot imagine having anything but bitterness and anger for somebody trying to steal that with you. To dance the line between Me Too and this horseshit. I'm not saying he has to make a political statement on Me Too. I think he needs to deny it and dare them to fucking prove it, which they've never been able to do, either of them. I think that's a really strange thing to fucking do. And you know what? Matt kind of hinted this before. Maybe he was just trying to hold the line, right? And keep, that's another thing. Let's say you're a lefty, right? And you get accused of this shit. You have to almost go back at it, because all the right-wing guys are going to stand up for you. You have to go back. If you go back hard, then you lose all your like left-wing street cred. So maybe he's trying to keep both. Is that what you're trying to say fundamentally, Matt?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay, all right. So, I'm speaking hyperbolically, but he's trying to keep the street cred. Maybe that, you know what? Maybe that's possible. But I don't understand how you could say all these nice things about these women that are basically saying that you've committed a crime against them that could put them in jail for 20 fucking years. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I guess like in my mind, like whether or not you hate her for doing that, and like of course it's reasonable to hate her in that situation. It to me like it feels like a good response to get people off your back. It almost feels better to just sort of like submit rather than to like just call her a bitch. Even if she is one.
Well, you don't have to call her a bitch. That's what I do. Leave that up to me. That's my job, right? No, you could say, I'm going to see you in court. I'm going to make you homeless. If you ever fucking do that again, how dare you threaten me? How dare you threaten my livelihood? And how dare you threaten my future? I'm going to take your future away. How about that? That's the way to handle it.
Smarter way to respond?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Because it sends a message for the next one, because these things don't stop. Look what happened to James Charles. He won't make a statement, and it just one after another. Yes, I do. You have to take a stand eventually. Assuming you're fucking not raping people. You know? Hey, you know what else? Yeah. You know, I can't think of anything more humiliating and life-changing than a serious sexual assault. I can't think of anything more humiliating and life-changing than being accused of something like that and not having done it and having me adjudicated by somebody like Kat Tenbarge. I can't think of anything worse. I expect it, and almost every day now. I expect them to dig some broad up in high school and fucking say I raped her. And it's her word against mine, and who the fuck knows? You know, and you're entitled to believe her or not believe her, or believe me or not believe me. And it's just such a shitty fucking thing to do without evidence. And that's the kind of world Kat Tenbarge and Zombie Unicorn want to be. They want witch hunts.
Guilty until proven.
Burn the witch.
You're automatically guilty.
That's all they're trying to do here. This is primal. Like, she's not sophisticated. She's not progressive. She's primal. She's trying to, like, that's what everybody did in Salem. When I went to Salem, Massachusetts with Joe Cronin, strangely enough. One of the things that started happening, there was another phenomenon. People were freaked out because of the witch thing. They honestly believe the witch is there and they needed to be punished, all right? Okay. The first woman they hung couldn't speak English. She spoke Gaelic and she couldn't say the Lord's Prayer, so they fucking hung her. She was a witch, all right? But then it's like, all right, let's say I had, like, this family Tommy and family Jeff, and I owe fucking family Jeff some money. Jeff's gonna be a witch. So I started accusing him of being a witch, so they fucking throw a bunch of rocks on his head to shut him up. What these people are asking for, people like Kate Tenbarge and fucking Zombie Unicorn, who's an absolute stone fucking Nazi, right? That's what they want. They want the chaos. They don't want their fucking work examined. They don't want to be held accountable. They just want to throw shit out here. And then now that I look at fucking Tom's, the most bizarre response that I've ever seen, yeah, this is different than all the other ones. All the other ones I thought were fucking innocent or were innocent. This fucking, that creeps me out. So yeah, because it's so different than the other ones. Is that evidence? No. Is it even circumstantial? No. But my hairs stand up in the back of my fucking head. And when they do, something's usually wrong. There you go. I've been waiting to say that for a fucking year already. Because I never bought that fucking apology.
Well, thanks for having me.
No problem. Well, is your life better now that you talk to me?
I would say yes.
How old are you?
Bye.
Probably like 15. Get the fuck out of here. I want to know how old she was, honestly. There was no ill intent there. There was absolutely no ill intent there.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Bye. She's smart. That is great. She was so smart. Yeah, she said 20. I would have said something. She's right. Smart girl. She must listen a lot. I'm almost ready to give her known fuckhead. Yeah. Hero, what do you want? I want to fucking go to bed or something. I don't know.
I wanted to talk about this.
You're absolutely right. If she said she was 25, I would have started hitting on her cute voice. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely fucking right. And she didn't want to hear. She wanted to get hit on by the old man. She's like, bye. Hats off.
She says she's 17 in the chat, by the way.
She did say 17? Good. Thanks for hanging up with me. Have a good day. And make sure she can't call back till she's 18. All right?
Oh, my God.
Bye. Wait a minute. She said she's 17 in the chat, and she hung up like that? Yeah. That's somebody you can trust.
I think she was saying bye while you were asking her age.
Oh, you don't think she said...
There is a little bit of a delay. That's why
there is a little bit of a delay. I do forget that. It doesn't matter. It was too fucking funny.
Oh my God.
Do
we have the clip feature yet?
What's that? No, not yet.
Oh, fuck.
I think I have to
somebody's already clipped it anyway.
Somebody take it. I don't think that's enough for its own class, but it's definitely enough to put it on Twitter.
Yeah, clip it.
Hero, what do you got, buddy? Let's close out the show. What do you got, bud? 43-17. Well, yes, I'm 43. No, it's not good. It really probably should get you fucking your ass kicked. To be perfectly honest with you. Smart girl, exactly, Rick. Exactly, Nikki. Hero, go shoot.
Oh, I wanted to talk about this journalist thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they are saying that journalists have integrity. Yeah.
No. They have not.
Okay, so at the same time, it sounds like she wants to say that journalists are the only people who should do research. Other people cannot do research, yeah?
No, I think what they're saying is they don't want the research. They want you to assume they did it and not be questioned for it. That's what they're saying. They're not saying... Don't.
Yeah, so
Lindsay Dodgson, or whatever her name is telling people, Dogecoin or whatever, she's telling people to do it on your own. If you get sued, that's on you. So they want, it's not that they're against research. It's they want to be, it doesn't matter what they say, they want to be considered a fact. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, so if they cannot be challenged, like, is their integrity real? Like, they don't want to be challenged on their statements. They just say that.
Absolutely not.
Okay, trust me.
Absolutely not. I mean, I think deep down, the most socialist, these reporters, Hollywood celebrities, I think deep down, if you really, really wanted to find out something about them, you would find that they are all authoritarians and they believe in authoritarian style government. And because authoritarian style government, the way these people think fits fucking right in. They're not. They're authoritarians. They're closeted authoritarians. You know, and that's why they talk the way they do. That's why you could sit there and say like in any other part of fucking at any time when you start saying, well, what white men need to do, or like nobody says what black men need to do, and no should they. Those words should never exit. Here's what black people we need to start doing. All right, those words should never exit your mouth. Never. Right? Because that's usually a sign, if it becomes normalized in our society, that's when things are going wrong, if you can get away with something like that, all right? But now we're doing it with white people, especially white men. And, it's a fucking bad sign, and they want to be able to hold on. They want to be able to sit. They want to be able to justify their own hate, their authoritarianism, and not be questioned on it, because, quite frankly, what they believe, in my opinion, is really just... It's a history lesson on how governments go, rogue. I mean, they believe in this shit. I think a lot more people believe in dictatorships in the United States, in Europe, than and would be comfortable knowing. It's just it's more like, I just want the right dictator in there. That's what I think. And I think most of the reporters and Hollywood types and, socialists and stuff, I think all deep down, if you really push them against the wall, they believe in authoritarian dictatorships. That's what I believe.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say, actually.
Yeah. Where are you from? Romania?
Oh, no, from Latvia again.
Latvia. Yeah, it's Latvia. Yeah. Well, you don't know anything because you're a kid, but yeah, it was like that over there. Not even that long in my lifetime. In Latvia. Everybody was laughing at you. Look, you have no, your parents ever talk about going on breadlines or anything? They ever tell you about that?
Oh, no.
No? Well, how old are they? They're probably young. How old are you?
Oh, I'm 22.
22. That means your parents are around my age. Nah, see, that's probably not. You ever talk to Grandpa what it was like under the Soviet rule?
I'm not gonna lie. All I was told about my grandma is he was kind of like, you know. No, wait. I don't know about my grandma. I just know that he was lost in the battle. That's it. Like. Oh,
so he disappeared after the Soviets took over?
But actually, I don't know like what was the deal. I only know my grandma.
What did she tell you?
Grandfather, fuck.
What did she tell you about him or what happened? Nothing?
Oh.
Jeez, so, your family's Irish. Nobody tells anybody anything.
Actually, yeah. That's actually because
let me ask you something because this is what happens in my family. All right, I'm Irish American. When somebody dies, does the patriarch or the matriarch of the family say, "Don't tell Tommy, he'll just be upset," and they because that's what my family does. Does your family do that when somebody passes away?
Actually, I think it was when I was like, around like 6, 8. No one wants to.
No one told you that Grandpa died. Yeah. All right. Well, so we're more alike than we think.
Yeah.
my father came back from school. He's telling me his uncle had been dead for months, and they didn't tell him because they didn't want to make him upset. That's my family. Oh, we don't want to make him upset.
At least. Oh wait, no.
All right, get out of here, Laffian. Right, I want to go home. All right, you guys had enough of my fucking ranting for one day. I've had enough ranting for my one day. Yeah, that's what happened on January 6th. What the fuck does that mean? Yeah, January 6th, nothing happened. And you know what, Running Riot? I'm glad you fucking brought that up. As more time goes by, people see that for what it was, a soccer riot. And the numbers are in. Not one Trump supporter killed absolutely anybody. Not even Mr. Sedgwick from New Brunswick. It was the other way around. They either died of natural causes or they were shot in the fucking face. All right? So, yeah, nothing happened. And you know what? If I had to bet, Running Riot, what made you fucking tick out like that and fucking type that little up? Because you heard me say that if you take these socialists and you really pin them down, that they have an authoritarian ideology, and you personalized it. You know why? Because you believe that. And you've always believed that. You're an authoritarian, and I scratched it just a little bit, and you jumped. Expose yourself.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fighting.
Nothing happened. Nobody cares.
Fake identities. Okay, you cool with Jason Bourne. Running with these Wolverines. Okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar. Got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-town to King's home. Slapping fives, Blackstone. 6 Mile to Danger Zones. Bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated the evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop.
Running Riot writes, there's only one authoritarian party in the U.S. Yes, that would be the one telling everybody what pronouns they have to use.